Hey, what's going on guys? It's me, Aiden from Cartoon Apocalypse, and today we have a brand new promo for Star vs. the Forces of Evil Season 4. Now this promo does reuse a bunch of clips from the previous promos that we've seen, which if you haven't watched my analysis on those, I recommend going to. But there are a couple new clips from this promo, and I will be going through those today. But before that, if you want to stay updated on all of the news for Star Versus, I expect to see a couple more promos before Season 4, and obviously some more through the future. So if you want to stay updated on all of the news related to Star, then I would recommend subscribing because I'll make a video as soon as it comes out. But let's go ahead and get on with this video. So as always, I'm going to be skipping to the main parts of the promo where we don't see, and then I'll briefly talk about that clip. So the first new part is Eclipsa and Moon. They're in a room where it looks like they have a lot of instruments, and Moon is about to play Eclipsa's guitar. And Eclipsa is saying, what if you kicked it up a little? And there's some speculation on what this could be. This could be from the episode Moon Remembers, because maybe, I don't know, I'm personally against the idea that Moon still doesn't have her memory, but maybe this is Eclipsa trying to get her memory back. I still don't like that theory though, because I don't think it makes sense. One of my personal ideas is maybe it's for a wedding. Hint, hint, if you haven't seen my video, I'd recommend going to watch that because there's a good possibility that we will be seeing Eclipsa and Globgore's wedding in this season. So that's a possibility, so I would go watch that video. But that's another thing that came to mind. Other than that, I'm just kind of lost on what that could be. Maybe it's out of business. Maybe Eclipsa and Moon are starting a business of music of some kind. Or the other idea that I had was the Ponyhead show. Maybe they're doing like a halftime special or something like that for Ponyhead show. Now the next new clip is Star bursting into a dressing room of a previous clip that we saw from a Japan promo. And that is Eclipsa turning around and she's all dressed up. And we can assume that this is actually Eclipsa. There was some controversy on if it was Eclipsa or not, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that it's Eclipsa now since Star is saying, where's Eclipsa? And it's a dressing room, same environment, same everything. So that is definitely Eclipsa now. There's no doubt about it anymore. Now my first guess for what episode this could be is the Ponyhead show, just because there's all pony heads and stuff, and this could directly correlate to the whole Rockstar halftime show thing, or this could also maybe be for the wedding. I doubt it though. If the wedding is true, if that theory is true, maybe, but I doubt it as well. Maybe out of business because it kind of looks like a business. It looks more like a Rockstar outfit. And I think that all goes together with Eclipsa and Moon practicing the guitar. So I think that's all going to be in the same episode. Now the next clip we see is Rhombulus. And he is standing on the scaffolding from Globgore that we saw from the Japan promo. And he's standing up there and we can tell that it's Globgore in the background. But his snake hands are saying, we're back, and we don't know what they're back from. From the previous promo, we did see that the snake hands were kind of being held together by magic, or they were being pried apart by magic, we can't really tell. So that might be what they're referring to, that clip from the previous promo might even be from a whole separate, episode. I don't know, I'm just assuming that the two, we can't even assume that because there's one key difference between the two, and that is in this new promo, Glossaryck is missing one of his chest crystals, which is interesting because Lord Victorino, you guys probably heard of him by now if you're a consistent viewer, but basically he's come up with the idea that maybe one of the villains that we're missing in the show, or just because right now we don't really have a true villain at the moment, but he's suggesting that maybe one of those crystals are going to let loose one of the main villains of the show potentially, because we do know that they were twins. One was evil, one was good, and we don't know which one is which. And with this new clip, that's kind of giving his theory more credibility. Now, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't believe that theory wholeheartedly because just it seems too new, and it is possible that they would introduce a new villain into the show. And he's talked about maybe the foreshadowing of the band-aids always being on his chest, but I personally just think that was a character design and not really foreshadowing much. This is just my own personal opinion. He's working on a video and he'll be releasing that soon, I think, so I'll definitely make a community post for when that is a thing. But for now, my own personal opinion is that it's not. If it does mean something, then it's probably only going to be a single episode. I think there are bigger contenders for the main villain than just some character mentioned briefly in season 2. So that's my own personal opinion on this. And then one thing that does perplex me about this clip in general is just how did the crystal come off? because we can see that Rhombulus's chest looks perfectly fine on the right side, or his left, our right. While on the left, there's the bandage. And the last time he took out the one on his right, he had to have a bandage on it because there was some scar or something there because he took it out. But there's no scar, it just looks normal on the left side of him. On his left, I should say. So I don't know where that crystal's gone. It is possible that it is an animation error. I doubt it, but it is possible. That's always a possibility. They've had animation errors before. But one of my ideas is that maybe he was crystallized, and when he was uncrystallized, since his whole body was crystallized, then just it uncrystallized. It still, I feel like, would leave a mark though, so that's why I'm a little bit confused. But that idea is supported by the snake hands saying that we're back. So that's just an idea. Another thought that I had was maybe this was the past, but it can't be the past because 1, the scaffolding's new, and 2, he still has a band-aid. So it can't be the past either. So I don't exactly know what to think. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Now the next clip is just Ludo dribbling a basketball, and I'm going to go ahead and skip to the very last thing. This is even past the March 10th announcement thing. It is Ludo and Dennis shooting a basketball. So my guess is we will see an episode with Ludo and Dennis again, or at least a part of an episode where they're just getting together right before Ludo like turns evil again, I think. So Ludo's just, in my opinion, going to go back with Dennis. He's going to hang out, and then he's going to become evil or something like that. So that's my guess for that. Now the next clip is Star yelling at Marco, and Marco has pancakes on his head. This is from the same scene that we've seen before that they've used in the other promos. Now I don't know what context this is in at all, but they're just laying on the couch, so we'll have to see how that is. Alright, that's it for that clip. Now the next one is a new person that we've never seen before. Now this person is wearing a cloak. He looks like some sort of demon just because of the horns and his outfit just in general. And he appears to be holding what looks like a fast food equivalent in this show of some universe or something. That's just what it reminds me of. But there's not really much. I feel like this character is going to be like a one villain in one episode. I don't think he's going to be a main character or anything. I think he's just going to be a side character that appears for one episode and then has gone for the rest. And he does look like, if he was to be like an evil villain, like his red eyes suggest, he looks to be just like one of those quirky villains. Just because, I don't know, that's just what he reminds me of. I don't know for sure, but let's just move on, I guess. Now the next kind of new clip is it's more of an extended clip from a promo that we've already seen. It's Star when she's blushing and she has those like weird eyes. I think it's when she's looking at Marco when he's an adult. This is again extended off of a promo that we've already seen. So it's not really too new, but it is just something to point out. Now the next clip is probably one of the most interesting clips in this one, and it's of Glossaryck actually. We haven't seen Glossaryck at all from any of the clips in Season 4, so this is good news that we're actually seeing Glossaryck and he just didn't disappear. But there is some interesting things. He's reading a book and he's saying, "The end." Now, there is a freeze frame that we can freeze right before he closes the book, and we can actually tell that this is the Munipendence Day book, or like the History of Muni book, that Star read in the episode Munipendence Day. Now we can tell from Glossaryck's tone of saying "the end," he doesn't sound too enthusiastic about it. Just something about his voice just doesn't make it sound like he wanted to do that. It sounded more like he was forced to. So my guess is that this was Eclipsa trying to get him to read it to Meteora or somebody else. Now, two important things to notice about his character. One, he's wearing a cast, which is very interesting. We don't know what caused this cast. This might be something that we learn, or it may just be something that's there and we'll find out after we see him for the first time. We don't know. Second thing is he's wearing a little headband around his head, and it has leaves. Now, I don't know what this could mean, but based off of the name Yada Yada Berries for the episode on March 24th, maybe just because, you know, Yada Yada Berries, you'd think berries grow on bushes, and so maybe leaves. That's just the closest thing. Maybe it's Swimsuit Lake House Fever or Down by the River. That's just complete guess and speculation. I have no idea. And then the background and environment, it looks like the kind of sand, but then it also looks like a cave. It's hard to tell what the background is. We don't really know. Now the next clip is of Eclipsa again with her guitar, and she's saying, "Oh, sorry, I got a little bit carried away in a solo," and her hair's ruffled, so we can tell that she was rocking out pretty hard. And that's pretty much it for that section. Now, the very last clip I'm going to be talking about today is of Star and Marco again on the couch, and they're saying done and they're clapping hands. So my guess is since Marco said this is going to be the perfect day, they have to have a perfect start to their perfect day, and they're done with their perfect start to their perfect day. So that's my guess for that. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for me. If you enjoyed this little quick analysis video, then leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this. Leave your suggestions for videos down in the comment section down below, because I would love to make videos with what your suggestions are, because you know you guys want to see that video, so I'll make the video for you. So that's kind of that's what I have to say for that. But anyway, that's going to be it for me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
The end.